What's up, everybody? Yeah, come on. What's up, Cam Lish? Yeah, come on in. Yeah, come on in. What's up, Rob? Alright, we'll give him another minute and we'll get started. Alright, let's begin. Now, I told y'all last lecture that I was talking to the aquatic beings who y'all know in Dogon religion as the Nommos. Now they tell you in Dogon religion that some Nommos came here, amphibian-like beings, to drop the knowledge, and then they left and went back to their planet in Sirius. But some of them actually stayed here and built ancient cities underwater. You see what I'm saying? And one of those ancient names for that ancient dimension is Apsu, APSG, or the Apsuians. Now, they have a lot going on as well. Because, they tell me that the Cabal has been intentionally poisoning the waters. It's not by mistake that they've been poisoning the waters. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Rashad? What's up, Aisha? You see what I'm saying? What's up, Desiree? You see what I'm saying? They've been intentionally poisoning the waters ever since, what it was, back in sometime at the turn of the century, turn of the millennium, when they had the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. Ever since then, they've been fucking up the oceans heavily. And so they've been at war with these motherfuckers for some time now because they've been poisoning the oceans and killing off all the sea life. You see what I'm saying? That's why whales are coming up dead, sharks are coming up dead, all this on the sea levels, because they're at war down there with these motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? With the Cabal. You see what I'm saying? It's real deep. What's going on down there? You know, they say the Bermuda Triangle, off the coast of Miami, and then you got the Dragon Triangle off the coast of Japan. Well, those are portals into Apsu. You see what I'm saying? Just like they showed you in the movie Aquaman. Except it replaced the word Atlanteans with Apsuians. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And in the Anunnaki tongue, the Sumerian tongue, these amphibious beings, these intelligent amphibious beings were known as Anunnaki. You see what I'm saying? Aned as in dog, OTI. Anunnaki. So, and you know, Ornis was supposed, the legend has it, Ornis, who was half man, half fish, would come on land and teach the people. And then at nighttime, he would go back home to Apsu. You see what I'm saying? To his palace and his city, Apsu, or whatever, right? So, this is a dimension. This is a place, one of the ancient names for this dimensional realm. Now, there are many different aquatic beings living in this world, living in this dimension. You got mermaids. You got humanoid turtles. Of course, you've seen that coming. That's what a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was inspired from. You got like a blue fish aquatic beings, and then you got like a shark. They like the warrior race, like a humanoid shark race. You see what I'm saying? So all this is nothing new. All these are just, like I always tell y'all, ETs are just deities on this side of the equation with us. You see what I'm saying? So, they at war, heavily. That's why all the fish are coming up on the fucking ocean dead. You see what I'm saying? They not telling you that the fish not just being poisoned, but you see cuts and bruises and slashes on the fish. Like, some motherfuckers have been attacking them, and gunshots on the fish. That's the part that they not telling you. Wounds, like bullet holes and sword cuts and shit, as if the fish themselves have been at war. You see what I'm saying? That's the part they're editing out in the fucking mass media, mainstream media. You see what I'm saying? So you got a lot going on here, and these beings tell me to tell y'all that, like, yeah, it's real down here in the oceans as well. Shit getting rough down there. They've been fighting the Cabal for some time down there. Alright, I'm back, y'all. Feed got disrupted there. Yeah. So, like I was saying, slide back a little more. Yeah. Like I was saying, these beings are at war heavily. You know, they got nanoparasites in the water, infecting the waters, infecting the fish, all type of shit. The submarines that so-called guarding the oceans down there are actually at war. The Cabal submarine navy that's down there are actually at war with these beings. You see what I'm saying? They're not telling you that, but they showed you that in Aquaman, that they was at war with these beings. But in Aquaman, they made it look like it was a civil war between the Atlanteans. Of course, they're going to always make it look like it's a civil war, just like they did with Black Panther. They made it look like it was a civil war with the Wakandans. You see what I'm saying? But no, the war is against them. They just deflecting what the fuck they're really doing to distract you from them being the enemy. You know, they don't want you to know that they the true enemy here. So that's what's going on here. They've been using their submarines to try to attack Apsu and destroy Apsu, because it's a portal there, a stargate to get into Apsu. You see what I'm saying? Just like they showed you in Aquaman. And how you get in there is you have to be certified. You see what I'm saying? It's well guarded, well protected. And if you try to break in, they're gonna fuck you up, like any good security whose job is to protect their land. So it's a big time war going on between them and the submarine force down there. You see what I'm saying? A lot of Nazis after World War II they never died. They just integrated into the Navy. Yes, mainly the Marines, submarines, part of it. You know, the Navy SEALs part of it, and they've been helping with trying to get into Apsu and take their advanced technologies. You see what I'm saying? And advanced Stargate systems. So because they're one of the things the Cabal are trying to do is make sure if everything goes south, like how they're they know it's a big possibility it is inevitable. They have an escape route. So they're trying to collect as many different technologies as possible to get the fuck off this planet when shit hits the fan, so they can escape. You see what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing they trying to do. They trying to have a escape plan, cause they know it's getting real down here. They pissed off a whole galaxy of beings. That's why so many motherfuckers is here. Yeah, they pissed off a whole. I don't know how you piss off a whole galaxy of beings, but they managed to do it. So they managed to do it. What's up, Dr. Diana? So what's going on here? Right now it's pretty much a stalemate between them and the Cabal, but they're holding their line. And of course, the SSP Alliance is sitting in the cut, trying to see who. They not really involved right now, but they are watching. You see what I'm saying? To see who overdoes who, and whoever overtakes who. That's who they want to join. You see what I'm saying? To try to infiltrate and take what they need to take. So that's what's going on. So once again, you see this three-way war happening. Not only in the inner earth, but you have it happening in the inner waters. So this is reality-based Star Wars for real. In this case, aquatic wars. You see what I'm saying? Since we're dealing with the seas now. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot going on this planet and around this planet and in this planet. You see what I'm saying? A good question is, how did it get this bad? It got this bad when these motherfuckers decided to go across the galaxy fucking with people all across it. And now they've caught the attention of everybody. You see what I'm saying? The Procyon, the Andromedans, of course the Pleiadians. Just a few motherfuckers who they've caught the attention of. And now everybody has all tracked the bullshit back here to Earth, where they've been hiding out. So I'm like, oh, they fucking with you too? Or they fucking with us as well? They just team up to take them out. That's what they pretty much doing now. So that's what's going on. So you're gonna have a lot of this. You're gonna have a lot of wartime, aquatic wars. You're about to have a lot of like I said, the fishes just are not naturally falling on the ocean like they're saying due to just pollution in the water. That's one of the reasons. But nah, a lot of it is war. They're not telling you how these fish are slashed up, cut up, shot up. You see what I'm saying? They're not telling you that, which makes a lot of sense. Because when you see the fish, they look bloody. They don't look like they sick. Usually when you sick and dying, you die from the inside out when it's poison. You see what I'm saying? But when you look at the fish on TV, they've been fucked up. You see what I'm saying? Like some attacked them. You see what I'm saying? From the outside. So just pay attention to these things. These animals are not dying for no reason. You see what I'm saying? There's a full-fledged war to kill the natural world on this planet. And the reason why they're trying to kill the natural world, because they feel like if they can't have this planet, nobody can have this planet. You see what I'm saying? So it's an all or nothing kamikaze type thinking. You see what I'm saying? If I can't have it, nobody can have it. So I'm gonna destroy as much of this world as I can. So just so you can't have it. If you do defeat us, you see what I'm saying? We're gonna destroy everything around you, so it's not much left for you to work with. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on here. That's what you're seeing with the war strategies of these beings. You know, anybody who just go around knocking off trees, killing off animals in every shape, form, and fashion, both on land, sea, and air, you know, they're a certain kind of fucked up. They're a certain kind of unstable and destabilized. You see what I'm saying? So, this is what you're dealing with. This is what you're dealing with, y'all. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. The battle is at hand. Everybody is at war. Now, one of my Facebook friends asked me a real good question. She asked me about channeling. She asked me, what do you feel when you channel? And that was a real good question. I'm going to address this in this lecture. First and foremost, I can see who I channel. You see what I'm saying? I can tell you what they look like. Some of them are blue, amphibious, humanoid beings, fish-like. Others are turtle-like. Some of them are mermaids. Some of them, you know, are shark-like. You know, just depending on being you talking about. But I can see who I'm talking to. It's no different than y'all can see me talking to y'all. It's like more of a Skype conversation versus or just a regular telephone conversation where I can hear them and feel them, but I can't see them. So when people channel, they neglect the visual aspect heavily. So you can feel who you channeling, but you're not sure, and that's kind of a, you know, a blind side, cause you don't know what type of beings you're dealing with, and they can make you feel any kind of way a lot of times. But she asked me what they feel like. I told her they feel like family. You see what I'm saying? Just distant cousins. See what I'm saying? Who we've always known, who've always been around. You know, they used to be extraterrestrials, but hey, they've been here on the planet so long, they pretty much native to it now. You see what I'm saying? So technically they aquaterrestrials now. They just living in the waters, chilling, or trying to chill till these motherfuckers rolled up on them. You see what I'm saying? So they feel like family. So there you go. And another thing I'm gonna put out there is, how do you build up your visual? You know, a lot of people tell me that they have problems, you know, with their sight. I know what they mean. I had problems with my sight when I first awoke. Some people, you know, you go through this shit, you come back down here and your visual faculties are fucked up. A good way to rebuild your visual faculties is number meditation / visualization. And there are 3 parts to it. One is holding the image in your mind. The second is expanding the image in your mind. And the third is interacting with the image. Now, the first one, you know, is you count from 1 to 10. At first, you count 1, and then you hold the image in your mind. And then once you don't try to put no effort in holding the image, you just let the image stay there naturally. And then once the image starts to fade away, then you go to number 2. And then it should regenerate the image. And you continue doing this up to the number 10. Now, once you get to number 10, you're dealing with 2 numbers now. So now you got to focus on expanding the image, you know, making it bigger, making it a world, making it a dimension. You see what I'm saying? After you make it a dimension, then you can you can see it as not just an image, but a realm. That's the whole point of expanding the image. You want to see it perceived as a dimension now. So now you're dealing with 10. Then you go from 10 to 100 to 1,000. Now once you get to 1,000 and you're able to hold 1,000 in your mind and expand it properly, now you go into interacting with the image. Because now you interacting with the image is all about you seeing yourself manipulate this world with your will. You see what I'm saying? With your will. So that's what that's all about. Because now you need to see that you're the master of this universe that you've created, actually. So what you do, you manipulate that 1,000, turn it upside down, turn it downside up, spin it around, move it around the dimension, just to see your ability to manipulate this number. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why we use numbers, because, numbers are absolute, number one. And America has trained you to respect numbers already. So you might as well use it to your advantage. That training to your advantage. So you just manipulate that 1,000 every shape, form, or fashion that you could think of. And you gonna, after a while, you're gonna come to the realization like, damn, it's me that's doing this. Like, literally, I'm doing this with my mind, with my will. You see what I'm saying? And then you're gonna realize that you are the master of this dimension, this personal dimension that you created with these numbers in there. You see what I'm saying? And that realization will help you once you expand out into other multidimensional realms, you now know that you have the ability to manipulate the world around you. You see what I'm saying? Like the Jedi do with the Force in Star Wars. You see what I'm saying? So I thought that's a cool little meditative exercise for you to develop your visual faculties, because that is important. I advise you to always look at what you're doing, see what you're doing. Here, even your grandparents used to tell you, watch what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? So that's an old lesson. So you should be able to see with your first eye and your two physical eyes. So there you go. So that's what's going on. This is a little quick message. It ain't gonna be too long. Just to let y'all know what the hell going on in our seas and why our animals are fucking. Our sea life is ending up on the beach dead, slaughtered. It's because of these corrupt, deep state, cabal fucking monsters down there killing them off, murdering them, poisoning them, shooting them. You see what I'm saying? So this is actually a real thing that's happening in the seas as well. So you got war all around you. Another question that I'm going to address that somebody asked me. They asked me, what was it? They asked me why the aliens don't come down here to help us. And the answer to that is the aliens don't come down here to help you because you agreed to come down here to save yourself for the most part. You agreed to come down here to fulfill this prophecy of the resurrection of the dead. And you have to go within yourself and free yourself. Yes, they will assist you, but you ultimately still have to do the internal work to free yourself. And what do we mean by that? We mean ascend up the chakra. Go within, do your chakra work, have your Kundalini awakening, ascend up and out of your chakra system. You know, I notice a lot of people don't really talk about coming out that chakra system like that. The only person I know is Bobby Hemming and Brother Panic. They really talk about coming out that chakra system. The chakra system is a prism, which means it's a light prism. So that means you still locked down in here until you come out of it. You see what I'm saying? And a good exercise for your Kundalini awakening is focus on the base of your spine. Now, focus on spinning that root chakra, and you're gonna notice that it's gonna begin to pulsate, and you may even hear dragon sounds or serpent sounds, and that's you arousing your Kundalini energy to wake it up. And it may take a little while for it to activate. It'll activate spontaneously when it feels that you're ready to accept that process. You see what I'm saying? When you gain enough life experience and consciousness to have that full awakening. You see what I'm saying? But you can arouse it, let it know that you're ready to start the Kundalini trials to have it awaken, fully awakened as well. What's up, Kelvin? So yeah. So definitely, you know, you gotta do this internal work because you agreed to come down here. You have forgotten that you agreed to come down here. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You have forgotten that you agreed to come down here to do this work, to first free yourself and help free the planet. You see what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people ask me, so who's the real enemy? Of course, we already know the real enemy is the archons. Y'all are both in them, which I really go in on my next lecture coming up. So y'all watch out for that. Just letting y'all know who the real enemy is on this lecture. But we're going to really talk about them hard once I get into these Gnostic Gospels. So with that being said, any questions? Rashard Masada is joining. Where those reptilians come from? Well, the oldest reptilian on this planet is the turtle. So all the rest of them came from other places. What's up, Sherry? All the rest of them came from other places. All other reptilians came from other realms. But the oldest one here is the turtle. So dealing with the Nommos. So the oldest reptilians here are literally the Nommos. The rest of the motherfuckers came from other galaxies. Hell, whether it's Draconis, whether it's goddamn Orion, whether it's Arcturus, hell, wherever the fuck they came from. Hell, so many places they could have came from. So many different breeds of reptilians in the cosmos. You see what I'm saying? They just not in one specific location. So there you go. So there you go. Any other questions? Kelvin Mechanics, hence Turtle Island. Yes, Turtle Island was named after the turtle in indigenous lore. The world turtle, to be precise. You see what I'm saying? The world turtle is the soul of Earth. It represents the soul of Earth. And why the turtle? Because the turtle represents self-defense and defense, period. You see what I'm saying? And it represents the energy of the world, which is a natural, chill back, laid back energy. Because Earth is not an aggressive planet. It's a real highly spiritual planet and real laid back. And so the world turtle represents these energies. You see what I'm saying? So Mother Heart, Mother Gaia. You see what I'm saying? Father Guild, however you like to say it. Any other question? Any other questions before I get up out of here? Dr. Diana Mercedes, are these demonic starters from other planets? Are you talking about the Archons? Yaldabaoth now. Yaldabaoth is originally produced from Sophia, which was cosmic wisdom, but it was an illegitimate birth, according to the mythos. And this motherfucker here, she placed him in the abyss to hide him from the rest of the immortals in the rest of the aeons or spheres of ages, spheres of consciousness, as you could say. And what happened here is she placed him in the abyss, which is this current space-time that we're in, and he became the deity of illusion. You see what I'm saying? His other name is Maya in Buddha. Some other names, any god of illusion, you see what I'm saying? Any god of illusion real is what you're dealing with here. So Yaldabaoth meets the Archons, which is literally corrupt vampiric angels, angelic forces who have been feeding on the beings in this current space-time, and they're not knowing it because they help create matter and illusions. And their sole job is to keep the worlds in their current space-time, the abyss, the underworld, locked down. So, and they feed off them. You see what I'm saying? Like vampires do. You see what I'm saying? That's why I made that lecture on the Daywalkers, which y'all will hear this again later. The lecture on the Daywalkers, these Archons, you see what I'm saying? They your real enemies. They your, like Brother Pan told you, they your real enemies. It's funny, I was going to do a lecture on the Gnostic Gospels anyway. But he came out with his before I came out with mine. And he pretty much told you exactly what I'm about to tell you about these motherfuckers. So, there was synchronicity there. So yeah, definitely. They are some very dangerous beings. They've been feeding off everybody. You see what I'm saying? They've been feeding off your life force. Unless you've learned to free your mind and your spirit, and you've ascended to a point where you're vibrating so high that they can't fuck with you. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. I'm gonna discuss more on them. I'm going deep detail with them later on this week about what these motherfuckers is doing, what they really about. It's gonna take a whole other lecture to really discuss Diana, but that's a little bit of it. So hope that helps. Rashard Masala Joint, do I believe in orgone energy? Yeah. The force, life force, chi, of course. The universal breath, universal life energy? Yeah, of course. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, that's the topic of many of my lectures. Yeah, usually I'm gonna say it anyway. The force is pretty much this universal metaphysical field, energy, power, and presence that flows in through and around all living things. And what does it do? It binds all these things together in one harmonic, pretty much one harmonic interconnected pattern, which we know is the web of life. That's what the force is. That's what it does. You see what I'm saying? That's its nature. Its nature is permeation, flowing in through and around all things. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's about. So definitely, definitely, the force, orgone, and many other names that go by chi, prana. You see what I'm saying? The indigenous have their names for animism and animatism. You see what I'm saying? We can go on and on. Every culture has a name for this life energy. And they also have a practice or a series of practices that allows you to tap into this life energy. You see what I'm saying? Except for us these days, who America has tricked us into believing that this shit not real. Which I find to be funny as fuck, since everybody else on the planet have a practice, and it ain't even a belief if everybody else is on the planet who ain't even fucking with somebody else, and they have the exact same concepts and teachings, and they're teaching it to their people. So it's not really a belief, it's a science when everybody else is doing it on the planet. They tell you about it in America in movies like Star Wars, but they also just rub it off, but it's mythos though, you know, it's mythology. But we all know there's some truth in legend. So, Rashad, what is my nationality? We are indigenous Americans. We always been here. Hell, we ain't really went nowhere. You know, I'm from the South. Hell, my bloodlines connect back to the Seminole. On my father's side, and back to the Creek on my mother's side. So I ain't my bloodline ain't went nowhere. I can't speak for yours, but mine ain't really went nowhere. Kevin Mechanics, your thoughts on Central America being home of the first people? Now, the first people came from Antarctica. Then they spread out to Central America, Lemuria, Atlantis, you know. After things happened with Antarctica and they froze and whatever fuck happened down there. You know, I'm thinking there's a war happened down there as well. I have to get more information on you on that one, what happened in Antarctica. Then the power moved to Lemuria. And then once they fell, the power moved to Atlantis. Once Atlantis fell, then it dispersed. You know, it mainly went to ancient Nubia and Samaria. Then was the two next big ones. So, and then it's been transferring from civilization to civilization since then. Yeah, Rashad, I'm from Bama too. Yeah, from Bama as well. So at the end of the questions, before I get up out of here. But mainly this was a short message about our aquatic homies and homies, the Nommos, the Anadoti. Then you know that ain't shit popping off down there, but they good. All right. I'm Marvin Jones. Y'all put the word out. Let your friends know what it is. And I'm out. Peace.